I'll be handing you a small piece of paper. You'll form groups. I'll be handing your group a small piece of paper that has got some sort of scenario on it, some situation that somehow involves motion. I'll also be handing your group a set of cards, index cards, that have different things that have to do with graphing that motion. Is that on there?
That's a lot of graphs.
What?
Slope.
That's slope. That's slope. That has no slope. Volume equals velocity equals no. Velocity is the mass divided by speed.
Probably.
Well, that's an interesting thing you just did there, with switching the orientations of the cards. I wonder if they're all in the same, if they're meant to be read all that way.
Well, these wouldn't they? If it has a y and an x like this.
Ready? Go.
Okay, our thing is called Dance Fever. It says, hey Stevie, you know what? What? I feel like dancing, dance the night away. I feel like dancing, dance the night away. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Gonna dance tonight.
Okay, now this is Stevie and this friend he was talking to, we named Bubba. And they're at the club and they're dancing, and this graph represents Stevie and Bubba shaking it to the left here and shaking it to the right. And this is just their mass are moving by second, so they're moving all their mass to the left going this way, and then they move it all back to the right, and then towards the left. And then they're just doing this all night because they have dance fever.
Any cards that may give more information, or any cards that are not really important?
The independent, dependent.
Okay. So we could put these over here. Where do they go?
The independent goes on the x-axis and the dependent goes on the y-axis.
On the what axis?
The independent goes on the x.
On the what axis?
The horizontal.
Okay. Because quite frankly, I'm not seeing any x's here. Other than you chose some. But why would we want to call this? It's like, that's a peanut butter sandwich cat. That's exactly what I would ask. What? Because you're saying two things. You're saying it's two different things at the same time. How can it be a peanut butter sandwich and a cat? Well, it's quite simple. It's a peanut butter sandwich cat.
It's like a cat shaped. No, it's a cat shaped.
And this is a book boat.
A what?
A book boat.
Oh, okay. It's like a boat.
Does that make sense?
Out of cork. Yes.
Well, in some freaky way, it probably does make sense. But what am I getting at?
Then it doesn't make sense.
Well, how does that relate to the graph?
Can't tell. Call it two things.
What are the two things?
X and
X and,
Horizontal.
well, there's no horizontal card.
X and
X and T. Is it X or is it T?
It's T.
It's T. And so X, no place for it. Now we got time on this one, and we've got a peanut butter sandwich cat on that one.
Get rid of the Y.
Okay, get rid of the Y, because we already have a meters per second. That's the unit there. So remember, in physics, we're not just using the X and Y's. We have real things that go on those axes. Real things that change that we're going to be measuring.